Hey everyone, time for a classic married man joke. So there are two ladies who are sitting in a restaurant and having a conversation in Washington DC. So how do I know this? Because I live in Washington DC, right? So these guys are having a conversation, and one of them goes, I have this headache for the last 5 years, and it's not going anywhere. The other one says, you know what? I know a good hypnotist. Why don't you go and meet that hypnotist? Maybe he will be able to help you. The first one goes, are you crazy? I've met the best physicians, the surgeons in the DC area. I even went to John Hopkins in Baltimore. It's not helping. She says, honey, do you have anything to lose? The lady thinks for a while and she says, no, I don't. So she agrees to go to the hypnotist. So hypnotist listens to her and he says, okay, why don't you sit in front of the mirror and just say, I don't have any headache, I don't have any headache, and just go like that. So she goes for 5 minutes, and for the first time in 5 years, she doesn't have a headache. And she's just amazed. She's so thrilled, she's feeling so light. She comes home and the husband walks in after the office and she says, honey, you know what? I don't have this headache in the last 5 years and I'm feeling so good about it. And you know what? In the same breath, she goes and she says, you know what? We have been married for the last 10 years. You're not so hot in bed anymore. Why don't you go and meet this hypnotist? Maybe he can help. And this is the guy, like his ego comes in and he says, what are you talking about? How can a hypnotist help me? This is just crazy, crazy shit. And she says, honey, do we have anything to lose? The guy thinks for a while and he says, no. So he says, okay, fair enough. And the guy says, maybe no. And so, he says, okay, I'll go and meet the hypnotist. So he goes to the hypnotist, comes back home. He says, honey, let's make love. And this is like as passionate as the first time made love. Amazing. He says, honey, wait for 2 minutes, I'll be back. He goes to the bathroom, comes back again, and makes loves again, and this is better than the first time. And he says, honey, wait for 2 minutes, I'll be back. And he goes in and comes back, and this is better than the first time. And the lady is going crazy. She's saying, what's happening? So the guy says, wait for 2 minutes, I'll be back. And she follows him to the bathroom. He's standing in front of the mirror, and he's saying, she's not my wife, she's not my wife, she's not my wife.